enunciate, what one heart hath never felt, nor ears have ever heard, neither what eyesight had ever seen since the foundation of terra firma herself, of amplified emphasis. Moreover, the huddled Hong Kong multiplex, alongside the surrounding supercity agglomerate Pearl River Delta megalopolis, combined with New York's Times Square ballooning billboard advertisements, at this juncture, fail to vie, albeit alluringly, with zenith vistas uncannily unveiled via portrayal, namely, the solar system-sized megalotubulopolis of a large bulge. By contrast, an entity entirely incommensurate with any aforesaid metropolitan monstrosity, the interfaced and interwoven multi-metropolitan strong throng of efficiently effusive, exquisite and filigree intricacy to no end, easily an ever-ageless Promethean avatar of arterial sophistication and of stupendously stunning needlework more meticulous than embroidered tapestry spun by spool, spindle and distaff of any adroit, matronly loom-side seamstress, whose solar flare-ups and spicules are concentrated to heliolatry of the sun, or that which far outlives artifact finials and spires of a massive stalagmite formation subterranean, though not necessarily dissimilar to any of my precedent models. An o'er-wrenching and seething cellular aorta aggrandized, that glistered glaringly, howbeit wholesome, hallowed, an everlasting atargatis of vitality, narrowed by nimble mnemosyne within her cathedral niche, to proffer forth her prehistoric incunabula. Such a city, inasmuch as it is pleasing, ever anti-vituperative, rather, that the starriest of attractive attributes lay foundational. Observe now my main unceasing silo city wilderness, whose secondary and tertiary adjunct, abutment, arc breeze et arc boutant and flying buttress are appended by porcelain insulator seals of cobalt-concentrated terawatts, incontrovertible, albeit some super suction cone cavorting a polka polonaise over rooftops dilapidated thereby. The very technical modus operandi thereof spawns enigmatic materialization through the legendary multi-mirrored looking glass framework vis-a-vis. Such unexplored cornfields of knowledge. Alas, Cheshire Sphinx, beware. Even so, waving to and fro, with swollen swagger, the concord corncob of a resplendent, conflagrant thunderbolt with yet another radiant replica of the like stovepipe jet, the very identical and gibbous glorification of an M87 elliptical searchlight at large bulge in and of itself. Yeah, subspecie eternitatis, at merest mirror images of gamma-ray plasma frozen up in an anthropic principle of cosmological spacetime. The anthropic principle, also known as the observation selection effect, is the hypothesis, first proposed in 1957 by Robert H. Dick, that there is a restrictive lower bound on how statistically probable our observations of the universe are, because observations could only happen in a universe capable of developing intelligent life. This is what I had perused beforehand, in my files before the breathtaking exodus. Residual impressions of contingency. But my Gloriopolis was to reverse the curse, our worldwide contemporary precarious predicament of profligate collapse. To inter vivos, mercifully rescue the oppressed from imperialistic subjugation, only to transplant and graft them from out of a hideous global Illuminati and, preferably, resume rapid rebirth of each soul installed into the incorruptible vicarious Burleigh boughs and branches of Jesus Christ Almighty and none other. His heavenly Jerusalem, by and large, as in the tome of Apocalypse interpreted, that YHWH must perpetuate perforce notwithstanding, an iron summer hammer or anvil which will pulverize cryogenic icicles. How hereafter, the necessary new augmentation of an indispensably indestructible global glory shall settle earthbound, nevermore to ignore heaven's authorized injunction or ultimatum of glacial and palatial peacetime, whereas an apocalyptic upheaval ensues, forefront, even at the door's pending future advent is foreseen by no mere prowess of prognostication, but rather by a foreordained Rolodex directory distributed prophecy. Elsewhere, in ardent outcry, a verified voluminous voice print identification of untimely reminder is resonant. Matured from an inconsequential echolalia to Pentecost glossolalia, glorified with cloven tongues, taunting us of ourselves, it rattles its icky, sticky stew cauldron of intonation. Lugubrious, lachrymose, whimpering wheezily, bloody, blatantly foreboding. Oh, nature will pay back what man has done to her at global span. An ICBM, intercontinental ballistic missile warhead branded with what is malevolently mad, or as momentarily mutually assured destruction, sags flaccidly into a malleable meltdown of liquefied aluminum, the tinfoil wafers of which wallow listlessly in the placid guest room of an abandoned auditorium. My musty acoustic stage juxtaposed out of a normal, natural environment. Until nowadays, nonetheless, we envisage the inner and outer supernal city of an interurban unified interlink predisposed for exact punctual public servitude, yielded hastily, obsequious to a millisecond milieu of effortless production pristine, organized redistribution, and with my final, fabulously refulgent reactor power plant heretofore posted. As addressed heretofore, I attained the inexpressible galactic core and confrontation of what my fluid, quicksilver synchronicity was so choreographed by, preternatural and preparatory as Gloriopolis before and after. Furtively, that which connects vestibule plenitude of ubiquitously narrow high-ceiling corridors, hallowed hallways having Egendart with tongue anacanthus backdoor mausoleums, adoringly adorned. In Latin, labeled the Grand Ubique Labyrinthum, the Everywhere Labyrinth, it contains memoirs marmoreal, votive memorial, as it were once graven from a V-cut grove topper hewn from of an unrecorded rectangle, foursquare dormant but exhumed from archaeological excavation exacted by ratio 1, 4 and 9 noted in my diary as our omnipresent maze. Ubique labyrinthum. At ceilings bulged aglow. Flambeaux grow elongated. By hedge maze or hedgerow. Niche-like, ne'er etiolated, but hung are corn cobs fat, grown greasy at their sides, to brighten this or that. Above magnetic rides. The tubule tunnel long, burrowed in all direction. Life's labyrinth laid strong, with intramural sections. The doorways were by number, each entrance designated, whose transoms never slumber, since lights lash unabated. Transvortiums were they, the mercury-filled torches, winched up and all the way, whose glue-on glory scorches. The Concord corridor, of narrow necks full bloated, bore bounty-backed rapport, like lorries creosote. Emporiums once were, behind dead doors long shut, vague memories may blur, my memoirs to the gut. The labyrinth still static, built flawless by design, concealed but automatic, immaculate would shine, electroluminescent, bright cucumbers outshone, our lifetimes evanescent, as stoically stout grown, each guedoc by the number, would lurid lightning lilt, obliquely per cucumber, shortwave and to the hilt, be they flambeaux fluorescent, whose harsh glare radiates, life's labyrinth incessant, with lazy 88s, where muffled up wall glaze, may mirror soffit ceilings, throughout unending hallways, too mute for fickle feelings, ensconced in every fixture, a Teflon tongue yet quivers, this intramural picture, now permafrost, no rivers, some cryogenic sleeper, may thaw me with incision, my mission as light keeper, in vitro, vouchsafes vision, reading from the Yard Lamp of Gloria.